Yeah, obviously we're excited to be here. Great facilities. Doesn't get much better than this. If you're going to stay in the state of Texas, don't tell anybody, but this is the place I'd like to play if it's not at home.
Questions? Robert Cessna from the Bryan-College Station Regional.
Yeah, I was going to expand on that, ladies and Coach. You could have probably gone to ULA or Texas or here. Do you feel that you mentioned you liked A&M? What about the field? Do you like playing here? You guys have played here the last couple of years. What about playing when you potentially could play A&M on their own home field?
Yeah, again, anywhere we went, we were going to probably have to play somebody on their home field. So I just like this facility. I think it's set up perfect for a regional. You know, sometimes you go to places and it's just not a good setup for our athletes, in my opinion. And I think that's what it should be all about. So, it's not that I want to play A&M on their home field, trust me. But I do think the setup here is perfect to host a regional.
Ladies, any preference on where you guys want them to go?
Honestly, I love playing here. I love playing at ULL and Texas, anywhere that we have experience in. Honestly, but I don't really care where we play. I don't really think it matters. Just as long as we show up and we play our game, we're fine.
Okay. Questions? Let's go to Kay Nagley from TexAgs.com.
Texas State is 4-0 against the competition in this field for either player. Just how does that feel to go in kind of knowing that you've took care of business against these teams before?
I think it sets us up well. I think it's a big confidence piece going in. But from day one, show up, take care of your business. You know, just because we beat them once doesn't mean we're going to beat them again. So sticking to our game plan, playing one pitch at a time is the only way we're going to get out of here. So,
Jessica?
Couldn't have said it any better.
They've been well trained.
We're going to James Vaughn from University Star.
This is a special senior group with obviously you two and like Piper, Tori, all those girls. What's it going to take to get over the hump with this group and send them off with, at the very least, a regional championship?
You want me to answer that or them?
Any one of them.
Well, again, we're here with some great competition, so, things have to go our way. I felt like last weekend, we handled the adversity of the weekend really well, but it was one of those deals where we created our own momentum, and we're going to have to do the same thing here for us to get out of here.
Sounds good.
Jessica or Sarah, anything to add?
I think just going back, playing one pitch at a time. The game doesn't know who's supposed to win, so show up, take care of your business, and make it out.
Back behind the lights is Donna Conrad from the local ABC affiliate.
For any one of you, you guys have experience not only playing A&M this season, but Penn State. You feel like that gives you a little bit of an advantage scout-wise, just knowing what you're getting into in game one?
Yeah, we haven't really talked about it, I'll be honest. I think everybody knows that this is a different atmosphere. It's just a different world. And so when you get to postseason, anything can happen. And we did not see Penn State's best pitcher. She was out that week. And so we understand that, this is like a whole new season when you get to this part of the season. So we haven't talked about it. I think people want to say you're going in there 4-0, and that's great. And that's what got us here. But that isn't what's going to win it here.
And then for either Sarah or Jessica, just winning the conference championship the way you did, what kind of confidence does that give the team, just any added confidence headed into the postseason?
Yeah, I think when you can go and put up as many runs as we did against ULL, obviously it's going to be confidence because UL's a great team, and they have some pretty good pitchers. So anytime you can kind of make waves and put up crooked numbers almost every inning, obviously it's going to give you some confidence. And so right now I think we're sitting in a good spot. I think we can compete with anybody. So I think it's gotten us here. But again, show up, and we're going to have to continue to create our own momentum and, get things done in a timely manner and just kind of work with that.
Yeah, piggybacking off of that, I believe that all aspects of our game were working that day, and we just continued to fight and just trust in each other, and I think we're just going to have to keep doing that every single game.
This kid to my left won't probably say it, but I thought last weekend's the best she's thrown all year, which puts us in a good spot this weekend, in my opinion.
We'll go back to Robert Cessna from the Eagle.
Coach, that was going to be my question. I've seen her obviously last couple of years. And you've probably been asked this before when typing the stats and looking, only 7 home runs. But what makes her successful? I mean, you see her all the time. We see her on TV or see her a couple times in person. So why is she such a great pitcher?
Because she didn't have any problem going right at a hitter. And I think that's what makes, pitchers who they are. And she'll throw the ball in on your hands. She's got a nasty changeup to go with it. And so, she's not scared to have the ball in her hand, and she doesn't care who the hitter is. And so I think that she's just built that confidence even more so this year than I've ever seen.
And I guess a follow-up, you said she pitched the best you've seen her. Think she's just stepping up, where you're at when you wanted to be to UL. The bigger the moment, the bigger her, or why was she the best?
Yeah, I think that when we had ULL at home during the season, I don't know if the moment got made bigger than it was for us, but I didn't feel like we played real well. I didn't feel like we pitched well. I didn't feel like we hit well until Sunday when it was a little bit more relaxed. And so I think from that point on, this team has just grown tremendously on how they're going to go about their business.
I want to
Can I
say.
add to that?
I was going to say.
I think it's the way she carries herself. And have I agreed with it for the last 5 years? I don't know. But, growing up and maturing with her, genuinely, that's why she's good, is because the way she carries herself and the way she doesn't care who's in the other dugout or who you are, what your stats are. She's going to go right at you and she's going to win. So.
And I feel like the reason why my confidence is so high this year and why I feel like I've been doing so well is because of my teammates. I don't think I've had a better bond with any group of girls than I have this year. And even Sara and JJ, they're just constantly talking in my ears, and that's how I know that, I'm on a great team. I got great people to go out with, and it's just, seeing them and hearing them. That's what makes me good.
We have a couple questions from Zoom.
Hi, so I'll be asking questions from Justin McLeod at D1 Softball. Coach, this first one's for you. So last year in the preseason, you talked about the fact that so much of this team now has been together as a unit for a year or two. How much of the effect has that seniority and the familiarity played into your success this year?
Can I say something else first?
Sure.
Because I talked to Justin McLeod before the season started, and he didn't have us in the top 64, so remind him of that, okay?
He can hear you.
So I'm going to start with that one. Obviously it's a team of experience. And so when you can go out as a coach and know that your group already understands what needs to be done without us having to say or do, that's when you know you're coaching seniors. And that doesn't always pay off for everybody, but this group has ran with it from day one this year. I don't think that anybody enjoyed the way the season ended last year, but it is what it is. And it's one of those deals where from day one we decided this is what we're going to do and we're going to be better this year. And across the board last year I felt like we were lucky to get in. This year I felt like we earned it 100%.
And then Jessica, this one's for you. So your career's been stellar, start to present. Do you feel like anything is different about this year from past years?
Like I said, just being able to create good bonds with my teammates was the biggest thing. And, of course, I've been doing this for a while now, but being in my 4th year of college, you'd think you'd earn a little bit of maturity. So I think it's just that, maturing in the game overall. You get to learn how hitters think and how you should feel mentally and personally as a player and a pitcher. So I think that was my biggest thing, is maturing as an athlete overall.
And then finally, Sara, your offense has been pretty balanced, never depending on one single player to make or break it at any point. Where does this consistency come from?
Focusing on consistency. I think early in my career there were a lot of big moments, and in my head they were also big moments, and so now just not riding the highs and lows, knowing that no matter the situation, if everyone else is going to choose me and want me in the box, then I'm going to have to choose myself. So I think just kind of growing up, maturing. Again, I tell everybody, if you could redshirt your freshman year, you probably should. It's been one of the best things that's happened to me, and I genuinely think that's kind of come with it, is just being able to wake up and choose myself over and over and over again, no matter the outcome of the day before or month before.
I'd choose you every time.